Yeah, climate change snows here. All right, let's see if why is Facebook green? Green. Why is it? Let's do this. Let's do that one. Let's see the next one. Let's see what happens. All right, I'm gonna try to see if that is really weird. Okay, looks like we can go back. Let's go back. Shut down on Facebook and YouTube. Let's see, are we back? I think I'm back. Am I back? Oh, this is weird. This is weird. All right, we are back. Oh, this is Jack. Got the windstorms here, y'all, because the climate's okay. All right, yeah, it looks like we're back. All right, whoo. The wind is crazy. The power went out. Let me see, hold on. Let me see if I can get everybody back here. No, I don't want that. I want to try to do that. See if I can get the comments back. We all gonna die, yo. We all gonna die. We all gonna die. The question is, are we gonna do anything about it? All right, hang on. Let me see if I can get YouTube back. Is YouTube back up? Trying to pick up where we left. Okay, good, brother Augustus said we're back. We're back. Perfectly timed. We're having like windstorms here. It's like 70-mile-an-hour winds. So that's on point. That's what's supposed to happen. That's supposed you don't do nothing about the damn climate. Climate changing. Don't do anything about the ecosystems being destroyed, but fighting each other. That's supposed to happen. Hold on, let me see if I can bring my YouTube. No, that's not YouTube. Bring YouTube back. We'll try to pick up where we left off. I hate when that happens. Nope, that's not doing what I needed to do. Give a chance of. You know what? This is what I'll do. I'll finish where he was talking. I'll let him talk, and I'll let everybody come back.
Immediately, it was apparent there was dramatic things happening with the ice and the temperature changes in Alaska. Going to places, watching glaciers recede on an annual basis, having to walk further and further to go to places I like to go spend time in the mountains at. And then conversely in Anchorage, going through Christmases with no snow on the ground in Anchorage, Alaska. So things like this, and that's really where the book started for me. And I knew that changes were happening and it was profound. But it took going then later to the Iraq War and then becoming an environmental reporter to then finally come back around to working on this book, which I started several years ago.
Well, let's start with glaciers and explain why glaciers are important.
Well, glaciers form numerous functions. From an anthropogenic perspective, or anthropomorphic, perspective, they provide massive amounts of drinking water for the globe. For example, the glaciers, there's glaciers in Asia that are the Saishin ice field, for example, that is the source of 7 of the largest rivers in Asia, and really responsible for water, irrigation needs, and drinking water for 1.5 billion people. So if that goes away, it doesn't take a lot of thinking to understand what kind of crisis that's going to cause. They serve in the mountains as, they're really the main reason why a lot of the mountains are considered water towers, where they form this kind of function that when the summer snowpack melts away by late summer, then glaciers provide the water for irrigation and drinking water for a significant percentage of population of humans on the planet. But then, if those glaciers go away that provide that water that gets people from the end of the snowpack to when the fall snows and rains resume, then where do people get their water? So again, those are a couple of the main reasons. And then thirdly, they're a temperature control device for the areas where they are. So in a valley, they keep the temperature down so a whole ecosystem can exist and continue. And again, if you remove those and that temperature changes, that whole ecosystem is going to be...
And it's quite dramatic. Like when you talk about Glacier National Park, I don't remember the exact number, something like 150 down to 20 or something like that.
Down to 26, yeah. 150 glaciers originally in Glacier National Park. It's down to 26 now. Originally there was 150 square kilometers of glacier area covered. Now it's down to between 14 and 15 square kilometers, an 85% decrease. I went out with Dan Faegre there, a U.S. Geological Survey glaciologist, and he said, look, I'm going to be very surprised if there's still glaciers in this park by 2030. That's just 11 years from now.
2030.
Polar ice caps.
Polar ice caps. 2 huge things happening there. We'll talk about the Arctic.
Hang on, and what do people do when they don't have water? Same thing they do in Detroit, Michigan, when they don't have food or water, or Flint, Michigan. Same thing they do in the Appalachian Mountains when they don't have food. They get guns and they act up. Why? People can go, 60 days without food? You can only go 3 days without water? Bad idea to continue along this process. Bad idea to keep going this direction. Everybody back? It's like, well, no, we lost a bunch of people. All right. Yeah, Dan, you said we get it. All right, good. Bad things coming. Either do something about it or fight other people who don't say the bad things are coming, or stand with the politicians who taking money to keep doing it to get you to keep fighting it. Like that. Like those are our options. Are listen to your grandparents who always had a pantry, right? They always had some candles and a lighter, right? They always had flashlights with some batteries. They always preparing for bad times, because bad times always come. The power always goes out. Y'all, the power just went out here. That's what happened. The power went out because we got 70-mile-an-hour winds. I was coming into the plantation this morning. I almost got blown off the road. This video that almost happened. I almost ended up in a ditch, because a school bus was in front of me. The wind 70-mile-an-hour gusts. Bad things are happening. The climate's always changed. Bad times always come. We are either preparing or we're not. Like another example I like was the Congo, right? So desert-like conditions. People are dying, and so they're walking and they're trying to find there's no food, there's no water, because the big massive lake, I forgot what lake it is drying up. They say it's climate change is causing it. And the people can't live in the desert, so they're all leaving. This is not too far from where all the rape gangs that get all the guns and weapons from America that shoot each other and rape entire towns of women. Not too far from there. But in Las Vegas is drying up. How come there's no mass human migration from Las Vegas? Because they got vending machines and half-naked women. And lots of alcohol. Yeah, because they got water. They got houses. They got irrigation. They actually prepared for the bad times. They built a city in the middle of Las Vegas, not too far from where the damn UFOs and Area 51 is. Humans can't live out there, can't survive. But we got millions of people in Las Vegas. This is why I think technology is always the answer. We can help each other. We can build cities and towns that are climate change proof, that are ecosystem destruction proof, that are perhaps avian flu proof. And it's not with 5G. Damn sure ain't with your politicians who ain't doing anything about it. They're busy destroying other towns and other cities, right? So you've got things coming to kill the human race. Can we call it that? Let's not call it climate change anymore. Let's call it things coming to kill the human race. Something coming to kill us. And are the politicians and the ones that try to save us and help the human race? Or they're ones with the climate, rising waters, and destroying ecosystems that are murdering us? That's kind of how my brain works. That's kind of how my brain works. So we could watch the whole thing. I think he actually got into something deep. I wanted to look at around 20 minutes in. I'll watch the whole thing. But see, the problem is, all right, forget the problem. Forget the problem. We're all going to die. Or we're going to prepare for bad times. Somewhere around 20 minutes, he was saying some deep stuff.
Times in a season instead of just one. It's taking out more trees. Here's all these dead trees, standing there dead, dry, bring on the wildfires. And that.
Okay, right. So he's talking about the funguses. Oh, no, let me go back. And Mister, he was talking about the fungus on the trees. Let me take a little back a little further than that. Why? Because trees scrub CO2. You might kind of want to need them in the new world. Just might.
Become net emitters.
Well, you also write about the beetle infestation in the Northwest, and because of the rising temperatures, I think in Yellowstone National Park, more than 80% of the trees are already infected. And essentially this is also killing off forests, creating huge swaths of tinder.
That's right. And so this is another example of what we discussed earlier of a runaway feedback loop. You warm the temperatures, these beetles, over 98% of them usually get killed during the winter. Now it's not cold enough for that to happen. So some of them are even getting 2 lifetimes in a season instead of just 1. It's taking out more trees. Here's all these dead trees, standing there dead, dry, bring on the wildfires. And that's why we're seeing such a dramatic, one of the reasons we're seeing such a dramatic increase in wildfires across the country.
And you go to the sequoias, some of which are 3,200 years old.
That's right, and I went there specifically for that reason. Here is one of the oldest trees in the country, the biggest by volume and weight, and they don't die of natural causes. They die of old age, or more commonly, they die because they blow over in a huge storm, this kind of thing. But what happened when I saw there is now even the mighty sequoia are no longer impervious to climate change, because the drought in California, which everyone's heard of, has weakened them enough that they're defensive. Normally they have very strong defenses in their bark, etc., and those have dropped because of climate change impacts to now they're actually now starting to be impacted by beetle infestations.
See, that's deep. That's deep. See, because you know what I think about when he says that? So you're talking about like the additional stress on an ecosystem from politicians on the trees. It's not beetles, it's politicians. You know why? Because it's additional stress on your ecosystem, right? You know, your country's an ecosystem. You keep your politicians too long, you keep your Democrats and Republicans long after you should retire them and put them on the shelf because they're always lying to you, never do anything decent. Around too long creates additional stress on the ecosystems. The people become more and more impoverished and more starved. Monsanto becomes bigger and bigger, and so does Coca-Cola and Nestle and all the other corporations, the military-industrial complex and Raytheon and Lockheed Martin, because you don't get rid of the damn beetle politicians. They're collapsing ecosystems. You didn't like that one, did you? I didn't like that. You got your 2020. I'm not gonna like your 2020. I'm not. I'm not gonna do it. All right, I'm gonna read comments because to me, it all kind of fits together, right? Like things are always changing, and we're either fixing them. But the beetles, it had to do with the winter, right? It doesn't get cold enough that they don't go away, so they keep munching. It's like America. They don't feel enough pain. They keep electing 2020s. They keep putting these Democrats and Republicans in, destroying the ecosystems that support the climate, and things get worse and worse and worse, and we don't do anything. We just keep going that same direction. This is why most of my friends and we're not voting. We're not with you. We're not with you. I don't believe in voting for the beetles to stick around. I don't think it's a good idea. I think they're supposed to scrub the CO2. All right, I'm gonna look at comments. Go. It broke up the morning. I wanted to post the whole thing. That was great. I wanted to talk about. I'm not sure the power probably gonna go out again. This this is what World War III is gonna be like, by the way. Y'all gonna be watching live streams of TV or doing something, and all of a sudden it's gonna be like, boop, and the power gonna go black. You're not gonna see nothing. What the hell is going on? Your politicians started World War III, right? Al Qaeda, one of the other groups that they created from the Pentagon, and they decided to take out 2 power stations. That's why I tell people, don't mess around with World War III. It's not gonna be fought on Instagram. There ain't gonna be no funny memes when World War III starts. This is gonna go dark. Ain't gonna be no food at the grocery store. I hope you've been saving seeds. You've been canning. That's one of my adventures this year. I plan on canning because nothing's changing. Nothing's changing. The ecosystems are being destroyed, and the people who are even at the tops of the conversations don't give a damn. Put on my clothes and wrap up music because I'm way over my time. All right, let me see. Let's play a game, right, Randy? Is that how? No, that's war games. War games, right?
Want to play a game? Would you like to play a game with me?
Say no, I don't want to play. I don't play no more. This is why I laugh all the time. I don't want to play. I don't want to play. Y'all playing to stop playing. Democrats and Republicans, stop playing, Bernie. Half the people on my list, they went right back with Bernie. He didn't even process. They just, he gonna fix everything. He gonna stop climate change, gonna get everybody water. And I'm just like, that's not what Bernie said. You know what? Did you listen to Bernie? He said, well, I'm gonna bring you single payer health care. No, that's not what he said. He said,
want to play a game?
It's like Trump, make America great again. Did you hear him? He wants to make America. No, that's not what he said. He said,
want to play a game?
I'm just like, yo, we all gonna die. Plant some seeds, plant some food. Plant perennials, plant things that grow in your climate. Go ahead and keep digging your bunker, because in America, they ain't gonna slow down. These people, I show you my time. Y'all see my timeline? I show you my timeline. Oh, they lined up. They done got them all kind of new people to keep destroying the planet. Like, that's why I just enjoy the rest of your time. Just go ahead and enjoy it. We might not even make 2020. We might not even make 2020. Politicians, exactly, Tom, right? The politicians will save us. Like, it's just crazy to me. Why do adults believe that? Why do they believe that the billionaires are always coming to save them? And you know what? Well, I guess the same reason in America, the same reason they believe in Venezuela. They're like, yeah, the bourgeoisie, if we just give them the land and the oil, they're going to take care of us. America's going to come down, the American billionaires and the Venezuelan billionaires, they're all just going to take care of us. They'll never take care of you. Historically, they are the climate change. They're the disaster that always comes and murders us. Learning to identify forageable food. Absolutely, Jeannie. Learn your mushrooms. Learn how to go pick. Shoot. My area is the plantains. Y'all, I'll be eating plantains. I'll be like a rabbit. I just studying my local climate and the food I can eat. I can make lettuce with the plantains. Like, you're just so dark. You're just so dark. No, you got Bernie on your wall. You still got Kamala and Trump. You're not seeing how the game is played. You still got your Democrat and Republican pin. You're still an American. You're still cheering for Britain. You're still cheering for Russia. Like, you're not processing. We're all about to die. So yeah, I'm thinking about eating some damn lettuce that grows wild in the jungle. I'm gonna eat my plantain. I'm gonna have plantain salads, and I got my life straw. Drink some water. Let me see. Plantains, yum. Lots of African dishes. No, not the good plantains, Deborah. No, it's not the good plantains. This the little nasty ones. These are the ones that people go to. They go to Home Depot and get the weed killer, the Monsanto, the ecosystem destruction, climate change people who buy your politicians, and they spray the plantains. This is the one that grows this is the one that grows out the cracks in the concrete in North America, and the dogs pee on it. Like, that's the plantain I'm talking about. It's not gonna be delicious. It's not gonna. It'll be kind of nutritious, but we don't really have a choice. Like, this is what everybody wants. Everybody, we want to forage for a living. We're tired of TV. Tired of Instagram and pick the chat and Facebook and having live streams. We're sick of that. Want to destroy the planet now. That's what we're doing. Monsanto doesn't exist. You mean, oh, that's right. They changed their name. So they're okay. They're okay now. I'm sorry. right, Ty. They changed their name. They're not Monsanto Satan. They changed their name. The Americans, most of the world, the attention span's about 24 hours long. That's about it, the length of the news cycle. So they're okay. Let's give Bear a chance, y'all. Everybody, let's give Bear a chance. Maybe they'll change. They change their name. They could change their philosophies. Miner's lettuce, right, Jeannie? That's where we're going. Dandelion greens are good too. Are dandelion greens good? I like dandelion tea. Nora, can we survive on that? But Nora, can I keep my refrigerator though? Like for real? Can we be serious for a minute? I kind of gotten used to this, like my Giant. I got to stop shopping there because they got the killer robots cleaning the floors and telling people where spills are. 6-foot damn robot in the aisles, but they got a sugar-free pie, Nora. I like it. I kind of like it. I can go to just get in my car and go on down to Giant, get my sugar-free apple pie, and go home, put it in my refrigerator. I kind of like this life, y'all. I'd like to keep it. If we can, maybe, sorta, sometime. We're not gonna get to keep it. I know. All right. I don't know. Is YouTube back up? I keep getting kicked out. Let me see. Build community of people who will support one another. The collapse of everything is coming. It's coming, Randy. We agree. We agree. 98% of the time, Randy and I agree that the collapse is coming. I think that we can kind of prepare for it if we choose to. If we want to build communities and build Las Vegas type towns and desert places and build places where it doesn't really matter if the climate changes, that we use our technology to try to save as many as we can. Can we do that? Like save as many as we can? I think that might be pretty cool. Oh man, those effing robots are Stop and Shop has them too creepy. Deborah, I didn't see him. I don't actually want to go in Giant anymore, Deborah. I don't want to go. I think you posted that video. You posted the video of it. That's right. I don't even want to see it because a lady told me about it. And I was like, I don't want to go to Giant. They got a robot there. And every time I walk by the robot,
Want to play a game?
That'd be kind of creepy if it had that voice. If it had the voice. Y'all too young? Y'all remember? I think I might have young people on here. It was a robot. It was on War Games. He was ending the world. And he would always say stuff like,
Aisle 7 has dirt on it. Please come clean it up, or I will murder you and your small children.
This is the world we're making. We're making robots to clean up aisles and tell humans where they got it. But that's the funny part, Deborah, isn't it? Because I think you clarified that. It actually doesn't clean the aisle. It spots a mess. And then it gets a human to do it for you.
I've spotted a mess on aisle 7. Does somebody send a human out to clean this? Somebody send a filthy, unproductive human to clean up this crap.
Like, we're not even making robots to do positive things. We're making robots to assign us more work. All right, it's not funny. I know. Somebody's like, you're so dark. Like, no, I'm not dark. I believe in calling things how they are. I call things and how I exactly see them. And I don't see anything positive per se in your politics. That's why I laugh about your politics. I see positive things in people. But I think it's fitting, right? Because we either take care of each other, like Randy said, we build communities, or we all die. It really is that it. We build communities, or all of our children are going to die miserable, horrible, painful deaths with our nieces, nephews, and grandkids. We grow the hell up and act like adults and bring back the age-old wisdom of common sense and looking out for each other, building communities and supporting each other. Or we keep playing political tiddlywinks with puppet shows and wait till everybody dies. I appreciate when people say things and they believe it. Like, you know how people, they'd say that thing, oh, I just want the best for my children. Oh yeah, look behind me. How good does that look? Does that look good? I just want the apocalypse for my children. I just want the zombie apocalypse for my children so they can... Oh gosh. All right, let me see. People have been crops forever. Yeah, we are crops, Randy. We're being farmed. We are being human farmed. Some of y'all corn, the other y'all succotash, some of y'all soy, and your billionaire elites who buy your governments and all the politicians just farm everybody. So what do we do? Okay, well, the first thing you do is you don't have a 2020. That's number one. You don't have a 2020. The next thing you do is you share. You don't have to share my video. Make your own video if you want. Share Ty's video. Share Brother Chris' video. Share somebody's video. But break up the monotony of the lies. The next thing you do is you go on every Bernie page and you put MAGA. That's what you do. You go to every Bernie group, put MAGA. Go to every group that doesn't like MAGA and put MAGA, and then go into MAGA groups and put, I don't know, Venezuela, Trump is a globalist. That's what you do. You break up the narrative. You break up the bull. You say things that are truthful. You get rid of your identities, right? You become a sovereign. You do the things that don't allow you to be divided up. You do what George Carlin said. What did he say? He said, why would anybody be proud of being Irish? He said it was a damn genetic mistake. My people walked too far north. So why am I be proud of that? Be proud of things that you accomplish, not things that billionaires use and governments use to divide you up and make you stupid and steal things from you, right? I don't know about your country. My country's being looted. They are literally looting America with everybody's politician that they put in, that they think they put in office. At a certain point in time, you just have to say, all right, I get it. I'm being played all the time. I don't want to be played anymore. That's what you do. What do we do? I don't know. Direct democracy, RIC. Get a yellow vest or something. Yeah, I mean, get a pink vest if you need to. But don't support the system, right? Your intellectual capital. Why you work for murderous corporations that are destroying ecosystems? Maybe stop doing that. There's a whole bunch of things we can do, y'all. Whole bunch of things we can do. Orange man bad, exactly, Ty. And you make jokes. Let me see, where am I at? Shoot, that's the listen, I'm supposed to have my cotton bag. I'm just still running my mouth because the power went out. You know, you make jokes. Laugh, don't take them seriously. I don't take any of your politicians serious. I don't take any of your political posts, any of the getting together and campaigning, y'all. And you know another thing you don't do? You don't send them money. Because you know why? They like money. How did we get here? Because they like money, right? And so corporations sent them money, bribed them all, bought all the political parties, and they destroy the ecosystems that's destroying the climate. And now you're going to send them more money. More money. Like, that's a good idea. Let's send people who are destroying nations. Send people that want to keep the CIA in place. Send people that got all these ridiculous, unconstitutional, non-Bill of Rights. Let's people who are globalizing and I got a good idea. Let's send the people catching slaves on the streets of New York some money. Let's send people that want to go destroy Venezuela some money. Let's just, you know what, the people who finished destroying Syria, I don't think they got enough money. Can I send them some money? Y'all need some money? How about you send me some money? Does your neighbor need money? Maybe give your neighbor some money. Maybe you don't send the money to Bernie. Maybe you buy a greenhouse. Maybe you invest in solar panels. Maybe you close your bank account. Well, what did we do? We closed our bank account. Put your money in something that actually is meaningful. Money is not meaningful. Digital currency is not a thing. That is a temporary situation to get dumb humans to work in forced labor camps called cubicles in cities for a couple hundred years. And after you're done, you got robot labor, you delete the currency, you let it collapse, let the people starve, and you got robots to do your work. That's actually what money was for. That's why I tell people money's going away. They still, the money gonna stay, save your money. No, take your money out your account, buy some solar panels, buy some wind vanes, I don't know, buy a farm. You know, go find some millennials. Millennials like to farm. You got some money, you don't know what to do with it. You want to send it to Bernie, you want to send it to Kamala, you want to send it to Trump. You know, go buy some land and find some millennials. They'll farm it well. You can make slaves out of them. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Make them sharecroppers. Sharecrop, let them farm the land. You know, put your money into something decent. Put your money into something that says that you actually get the direction of what all this stuff always does. Not any sort of doomsday anything. It's just everything changes. All economies collapse, all civilizations fall, and they all go through rough times. And I think personally, if we grow up, it'll just be a rough time. If we don't grow up and we keep fighting each other, it's going to be a devastating time. That's what I kind of let me see, opensecrets.org. Thank you for the link, Brother Russell. Our world connection of people who will rise above all of this and beg for another chance at life that depend on each other's compassion for one another and our connection to the planet. Absolutely. Absolutely. But we got to have enough love for each other. It's not cliche. Love is the answer. The question doesn't matter. Love is always the answer. How do you love Venezuela? You don't send a military there. Okay? How do you love Syria? You don't send a military there. How do you love the Congo? You don't send weapons there. You know, how do you love your neighbor next to? How do you love a kid from Charlottesville that runs a Dodge Charger over somebody else's child or a crowd of people? You go to the neighborhood he came from and you apply some love. You figure out, oh my God, there's somewhere in America we're raising kids to run cars over people. No, you don't go get urine balloons and throw at them. You go to that town and say, what the hell is going on here? How do we help you? Right? How do you stop all the drugs in the inner cities and they got the pants hanging down their butts and the boots and they're just violent thugs? How do you help them? You go to the city. Damn, is there anything I can do for you? I got a farm in the country. We got food. You on food stamps? You know what? How about you come out and work for me? You can't find a job. How about you work for me and I'll pay you in food? Or I'll pay you in rent. I'll give you a place to stay. That's what you do. You love people. You don't go along with the tribal fight. How do you help people coming to your border? Damn it, you don't put up a wall. I'm sorry. That's not how that. Jesus never said when people come to your house, you put a wall up, y'all. That's the wrong scripture. King James slid that one in. He wasn't supposed to put that in there. He's a murderer. People come to your house, you feed them, or you help them to feed themselves. And listen, I'm not in the camp of welfare. I don't believe give people fish and just keep giving them fish and making them do what you want them to do, make slaves out of them. No. He said, look, here's a little fish for the day. Here's a fishing rod. And here's Nevada. Like, Nevada's a thing. Y'all know Nevada. I think Nevada's that state. The federal government owns 80% of the land. What y'all doing with that land, Bernie? Bernie, what y'all doing on that land? You go ask the federal government. Y'all got some land where these people can stay? Because if we just release them in the community, which is what the Democrats will do, then they don't have jobs, we don't have jobs, and everybody kills each other. That's not a good idea. That's stupid. And so it's putting the wall up. How about we make some communities, get some 3D printing houses down there, put some berry patches and some, I don't know, avocado trees and things and let them grow some food and sell the food to us. How about that? How about we stop buying fruit from China? What if we actually did something sustainable? We like applied love to people who needed love, not guns or walls. I don't know. That's kind of how my mind works. Let me see. Rich need to be taxed and pay their fair share. Also send politicians money. Right, exactly. You know, this is why I kind of laugh at y'all know the Times being facetious, right? No, the rich shouldn't pay taxes. Nobody should pay taxes. Oh, I want the rich to pay taxes because I pay my taxes. No, dummy. Nobody's supposed to pay taxes. Don't send them money. They're killers. Your government's a killer. It destroys nations. They don't need any money. They need starvation. That's what they need. You know, no, you shouldn't pay taxes and neither should they. But you got to because your IRS, they got SWAT teams. And that's who be knocking on your door. You don't pay no taxes. That's why I say, we go, y'all. You gotta be everybody. I got my yellow vest right here. I'm just gonna stay right there too. It's gonna stay right there until everybody. I'm gonna look at the checklist. I'm gonna look at the protest list. When they send out the protest list, we're going to Washington. We're gonna demand change. I'm gonna look at the list, and if it's just all Bernie supporters, nope, I ain't going. We're going to Washington and we're gonna change things. All the Trump supporters, nope, I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna look at the list and say, no. How many people in America? 270 million. I'm gonna look at the list. It's 269,999,099. Somebody missing. I ain't going. I ain't going. Because that one person, they might have their finger on the 5G. Nope. Everybody need to go. We all going. When we're ready to fix this world, when we're ready to put a different model in, when we give a damn more about the next generation than our own little greedy behinds, that's when I'm gonna stand up. So then I'm gonna sit here and just laugh at y'all 2020s and waiting to die. I'm just gonna keep digging. And dig my bunker, dig my bunker, dig my bunker. Start shoving some food in there, some dry rice, and get ready to eat some plantains and what is that movie? You know what a good movie to watch? Y'all should watch at homework. Everybody watch The Road. I don't know if there's that on Netflix still. The Road. Watch The road. Like, now's the time, y'all. What's your favorite apocalypse movie? Everybody post apocalypse. That's what we should do today. We should just post apocalypse movies. What is today? Monday? Every Monday, just post apocalypse videos and put 2020. Hashtag your 2020. The Road. Watch The Road. Because it's funny now because we're stupid. We're supposed to go extinct. But you watch The Road, that's really what it's going to feel like. That was one of the closest apocalypse movies that I think I've ever seen. That's closest to what it will be. Because the Great Depression ain't going to happen again. People waiting on the Great Depression, they're like, oh, well, we'll feed each other. Everybody will pull together. Yes, we're going to love each other. I hope so. I hope you're right. Just remember the Great Depression, 80% of us actually were farmers and we grew food so we could feed each other. We had farmhouses, we had places for people to stay, to live. The billionaires didn't own all the land. China didn't own all the farms in the land. And Monsanto didn't own all the farms in the land. They weren't growing corn and soy and genetically modified crap that you can't eat. They were actually growing food. They were growing tomatoes and peppers and cabbages and things that people could eat. So in the Great Depression, they made it. It was rough. They made it. They looked out for each other. They had the ability to take care of each other. They were strong people. They weren't the weak people we got today. Don't even know what fresh water is. Out there drinking anaerobic water. The collapse came. They don't even know how to grow cactuses. And they're gonna grow some basil for your for your pesto. It's not gonna happen. That's what I'm saying. Always prepare for this. Is why it's not even me. Stop. It's not me. Your ancestors, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, your great-grandparents' parents, your great-grand-grandparents, your great-grand-grand-grandparents, all the ancestors going all the way back. Bad stuff always happened, and they were always prepared for it. They weren't in the city living paycheck to paycheck, don't know how to grow any damn thing, working for Goldman Sachs, thinking everything's gonna be all right. That's not how it's gonna happen. All right, let me see. My brother has an eco property there, great area. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Where is that at, Ish? I lived in the far north Queensland in the jungle for a year back, 93 to 94. Oh, Kia, where were y'all at? Y'all in, what was that, Australia? Sanction the government. Sanction the government corporations. Yeah, you know what? And that's a good point too, Kia. Sanction, that's a good idea. I like ideas. Sanction the government. How do you sanction the government? Don't let the government sanction Venezuela. You sanction the government. How do you sanction the government? You stop being a host for parasites. You listen to Brother Pettibone. Stop being a host for parasites. Stop watching. Stop sharing. Stop clapping like you're a little girl at a Michael Jackson or Beatles concert. Stop fainting for the party. Drop. Stop. Stop. That's what you do. You sanction them of your intellect. Thank you for that. Who wrote that? That's deep. Yes, kid. Sanction them. Sanction your government. Sanction your political party. Sanction the killers. And they won't have as much power to do the killing. Bernie is depressing. The world is madness. Trump is a damn bull in a china shop. Lots of laughter. The onward we go. You know what? Bernie's not depressing. You know what, Danny? Let's be fair. Let's be honest. Look, Bernie's not depressing. Bernie is doing exactly what Bernie is told to do by the people destroying the planet. He's doing it right. You know what's depressing is people believe him. That's what's depressing. What's depressing, Trump isn't depressing. Orange Man Bad isn't depressing. What's depressing is grown adults who didn't listen one day to Maya Angelou. Not one day at all. When people show you who they are, you're supposed to not believe who they are and just keep supposed to send them some money. That's what Maya Angelou said. Maya Angelou said, when people show you who they are, send them more money. All right. What else we got? We got the last comments. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm going to Claudia's Starbur's house to drop kids when it hits the fan. Yeah, well, you know what? I think Georgia, Claudia had a space for everybody, but not a goat's there. She got goats, Claudia. I don't know. Georgia, I like to go too, but I don't know. Claudia, she let him ghosts, girl. I might go up there and be like, hey, what y'all doing here? We might be in there like baby Jesus in there with Claudia goats and some hay. How many people? About 21 of us in there right now. In there, we get Claudia. Move, damn it, stop, Georgia. Oh, hey, Georgia, that's a goat. Oh, dang it, it's a dingling. It's a ghost dingling. Oh my God. No, yeah, I don't know. Do ghosts fart in their sleep? I don't know. Maybe. I think that people need to get serious. That's what I think. I think people need to get serious about preparing for the future, looking at all the signs and making an intellectual decision that this is not a good idea to keep going this direction. Let me see. Never be deceived into thinking the rich will allow you to vote away their wealthy Lucy Parsons. I don't know what a parson is, Ty. You're too smart for me. But I get the rest of it. I got the beginning of it. Never be deceived by your elites thinking that they'll let you vote them away, because they made a system designed to make you think voting worked. Which is phenomenal though, Ty. It's an amazing system if you really think about it. They designed a system where they convince people, grown adults with intellectual thinking minds with neurons and dendrites, and they can think and put together thoughts, they can run machines, and they can do financial computations, and they're accountants and lawyers and bankers and all of that stuff. And they can figure all this stuff out. But they can't seem to figure out that Parker Brothers ain't gonna make a monopoly game with rules that allows you to take the DC Parker Brothers. They can't process that. That's just, you know what, Ty? I think maybe it's a scary thing to think that that's not going to help, but they can't process it. Maybe it's fear. I don't know. Maybe it's fear. When we speak the truth, we get censored. Gerard proved that today. Will not be silent. You can't be silent, Victoria, but I think everybody's got to take what they learn and go do something. That's what I think. I think you need to take what you learn and go do something. You need to learn how to find some damn mushrooms or some plantains, what lettuces you can eat. You need to learn how to grow some hemp. That's what you need to do. Brother Kelly, Kelly! Everybody say hi to Brother Kelly. Brother Kelly is converting me slowly. He's converting me. I was a big believer in Cobb, but he's got me on hemp now. I'm like, oh my gosh, OMG.